Here we are at Temple Baptist Church in Poplar, Bluff, Missouri. It's our devotional time today. We're going to be in the book of Psalms, chapter 74. I want to read verses 12 through 17 to you, and we'll concentrate on verse 17. But in verse 12 it says, "For God is my King from of old, working salvation in the midst of the earth. You divided the sea by your strength. You broke the heads of the sea serpent in the water. You broke the heads of the Leviathan in pieces and gave him as food to the people inhabiting the wilderness. You broke open the fountains and the floods. You dried up the mighty rivers. The day is yours. The night also is yours. You have prepared the light and the sun. You have set the boundaries of the earth. You have made summer and winter." Now, don't get the idea it's just two seasons, okay? But surveys, they're always doing surveys. Surveys are saying, in one survey, 37% of people over the age of 55 living in the Midwest said spring was their favorite time of year. Fall come in second place at 30%, and only 4% of the 55 people and older said winter was their favorite season. And then when the psalmist wrote that God made summer and winter, he wasn't saying that he didn't make the other two seasons as well. They're there. We all have what we call our favorite season. We are in my favorite season right now. Fall of the year is by far my favorite season. So, suggesting these are. It's not even suggesting that these are God's favorite seasons. I think all of them are God's favorite seasons, but that's just me thinking. And the psalmist here, as he's talking here, and he suggests these are God's favorite seasons. He's not doing that. The psalmist instead affirms that God has set the borders and limits of the earth, summer and winter. That really represents the hottest it's going to get in the summertime. In Missouri, it gets hot, don't it? And in the wintertime, it gets cold, but that's the coldest it's going to get. God is controlling this, and He's controlling everything in between. The lows, the springtime, everything blooms out in due season, and the fall things begin to fade away, and the nights become cooler, and you can have those bonfires, and you can really enjoy that. So, the day and night in verse 16 represents the darkness and the lightest the sky is going to get. God has set all this already. He's set this here, and that's what we're looking at today. He's set this, the darkness and the lightness. God has set limits on everything in His good creation. Even the depths of the ocean are there, the heights of the mountains, the distance to the farthest shore, and the lifespan of every living creature. God has said all that. He's already said it. It's already there, and nothing's going to change it. And God is in charge of it all. And so, to me, that's comforting to know that God has established boundaries for everything. The boundaries are there. Here we are at the height of, we're coming into fall, been through summer, and everything, and here's the height of summer, fall, and it seems to me like, summertime every year gets a little hotter. I didn't have too much trouble with the heat, but it seems like as the blood thins out, you get a little more, you don't like the cold, definitely don't like the hot, so I'm one of those that's in between. I don't know whether you ever seen them or not. They used to have baseboard heaters, and they had a control, and it had a setting that said comfort zone. That's not a comfort zone for everybody. So everybody has those, and so, but knowing that the Lord is in control of the thermostat makes it easier to keep our cool, doesn't it? I'd be able to just, we can't sit back and relax. I almost want to say that, but just think about God's controlling all of this. Yeah, we complain. I'm the first one to complain when it turns hot. First one to complain when it turns cold. First one to complain when we get too much rain or we don't get enough rain. But what I have to do is just sit back and realize God's in charge. It'll happen in His time. Thank you for being a part of our devotional time today, come and be with us here at Temple. We meet on Sunday mornings at 8 o'clock for our first worship service, and we have our Sunday school classes at 9, and our second worship service Sunday morning at 10. We have Sunday night services at 6 and Wednesday night at 7. May God bless you is our prayer.